what should we start?
Okay, so we finished filming our day 2 the other day, and it went quite well, but we need to do something again because we didn't really get enough variation of shots. We basically just had like the two of them sitting down and like a shot reverse shot kind of thing, but we didn't get any close up or there wasn't really any camera movement or anything.
Yeah. We had a good like range of shots, like from like different angles, like over the shoulders and like low angles and stuff. But like Toby said, we didn't have enough like sort of pannings and trackings and like the actual movement, as it were. What else we got?
We were thinking as well that we need to do like more like point of view shots from like the different characters, because they're kind of like always showing their face, but it's not actually showing what they're actually doing, like in their own view. So we'll do more of those. Also.
I'll say about music. In the first bit we started to film, we thought we'd have some music in the background that linked to LA Confidential, where he walks in and there's a girl that's like been murdered, or is it murdered?
She's been like raped.
Yeah, and this guy he walks in and on the TV like the noise like really juxtaposes it because it's like happy music.
It's cartoons. So
yeah.
Like contrast.
So with ours, we started to film and we had just had a music channel on, which was like quite lively, and bear in mind that arguing it like sort of contrast with it. But we figured out that if we had the music on playing, then if we were doing different takes and stuff, the music obviously would be like sort of different.
It would start
It
a
would
different
flow, yeah. So we decided we'd stop the music and put it in afterwards.
I think we need some like smoother transitions from each scene, and I think we need to think how we can do that like in quite a clever artistic way. So like we had one good idea.
Yeah, we've already got one.
Yeah, we're gonna when we were filming the graveyard scene, Toby like followed Jake with the camera and caught up with him so that the camera like went into his back, so you could just see like dark clothing. And we thought this could like
it was just dark. You can
dark. And we thought this could be a smooth transition because we could then start the next scene at school coming out of like John's back and then like following John walking down the corridor. So I think we need to do more stuff like that, because like in Brick, when the like sheet went over into the camera and then you woke up and you had to go pull it off something. So we need some more smooth transitions, because at the moment it's just all a bit like bitty, like block.
Yeah, although it obviously will change when we edit. You can do various stuff.
But apart from that, we feel like some things did actually go really well. Like the lighting work we think went quite well, because we used like the use of Venetian blinds with the shadowing on the faces.
Yeah.
It was good at the scene at Rosie's house with her dad. And we actually went and got 2 lights from John's house to like help us do that. So.
Yeah, well, with the Venetian blinds, it wasn't necessarily like you didn't actually get like the shadows.
It's like dark, wasn't it?
But it was just good that like they were there, and it did slightly change the light so it sort of.
Yeah, the first shot you see of the villain, he's like half his face is black and half is. Shows a split personality.
And the lighting in the pub as well, there was just like a little like lamp just above the centre tower, which was quite good as well.
Like soft dull lighting. Or personally my favourite bit was when we were filming outside and we filmed Jake like walking up to the house, watching the house, and then like ringing the number. And we actually did it so that you could hear the man's voice when we were filming Jake, so you could actually hear him saying, hello, hello, who's this? And also like, I don't know who did it, but whoever did it filmed it like slightly canted, like slanted angle. And I just thought that looked really good, and I think we need to do more stuff like that. It looked really like stylistic and like film noir.
Yeah.
I thought that was the best bit.
Yeah. Going on, we did slightly mention it in the last video we did when we were at the pub, but obviously Harry wasn't there. But going over our day 1 filming, we thought that when we were actually filming it was good, but then when we actually when we watched it back, we noticed that some bits were quite blurry, and that wasn't because we were like shaking the camera around. It's just because we weren't used to the camera, because it was one we haven't used before. and on day 2 we got a lot more used to it and managed to use it to its full effect. So when watching it back, we realised that the shots weren't quite as good as they were.
They were out of focus.
Yeah,
And blurry, yeah.
yeah. So we need to do it again at some point. But
And we also tried to have like people walking up and down the corridor, just to make it look like a normal sort of school day. But when after we watched it back, you could tell it looks a bit staged. So
yeah,
Because they're like waiting in the back.
yeah,
Because we couldn't really have any other way of telling them to move. They were kind of standing, we were like, oh, go, like now. So we should
Yeah. Maybe possibly film at lunch break, but then we
Yeah.
have the issue of like students looking at the camera,
Yeah,
like
sure.
staring, like, you know, so
Yeah,
it's really fake.
Yeah, that's the reason we chose to try and get people to sort of walk about and stuff, because like when you said at lunch, you get like the little kids and stuff sort of like looking at the camera and sort of like staring at it, and it doesn't give you the full effect. So I think next time when we try and do it,
we'll find a way of making it look
yeah, well, we could try it lunch and break and see how it goes, or we could either do it without people or do it with people again, but make sure it does look like
I
proper.
don't think it's necessary to have people.
I think it makes it look a bit more like...
It's- yeah,
otherwise,
So if it just looks a bit, why would you be the only two walking around the
Yeah.
corridor? You know?
Mm.
But we'll find
Yeah,
a way,
we'll
like,
do it
see
with
what's
them
best.
without and see